Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do part 2 of the cost of being fat. Last time, when I'll link the video below, I left off at about age 18. Just to let you guys know, doing these videos is very healing for me because for so long I have felt all alone, and because of the way I grew up and the other young girls that I was surrounded with when I was in junior high, high school, college, and singles group afterwards, I have always felt like I was all by myself and no one else could relate to me. Doing this helps heal me because I'm hoping that someone else has walked in my shoes, because it really helps to be validated. And with that being said, I will start with age 18. You guys know, and I've already said this, I've struggled with my weight. I was born in 1965. Much of my growing up was in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And back then was the low-fat diet, high carb, which was never satisfying. It was not effective for me. I have heard for some people, though, it's a really good plan. Each of us are different, but it wasn't a good fit for me because I was never satisfied, and I would regain the weight back that I lost plus more. When in high school, I was overweight. I had a few dates, but the thing that was very upsetting is because it was not as acceptable to be as overweight back in the 70s, 80s, and even into the 90s, because of that, I didn't have a lot of dates. I've actually only had 4 boyfriends, and I'm going to be 55 in March. 4 serious boyfriends, and then I've had several dates. The only time a guy would want to date me was when I was on the thinner side. Then they were attracted to me. And I remember going to a different school, and I had gotten down to 120. I became very popular, and the guys wanted to date me, and everybody thought I was attractive. Then I started going back to bad habits, and I started gaining weight. My popularity started, going away. Guys just wanted to be my friend. That's what I noticed. Then I went off to college, and for a period in college, I think I weighed in the 170s when I went off to college at 5'4", and that was definitely really obese back then. I wore about a 14, 16, right in that range, and a lot of the guys did not want to date me. They just wanted to be my friend. And I even had, grown women that would say, "Oh, Dawn, you have such a pretty face." And there were even a few guys that would say, "If you lost weight, I would date you." That's basically the way that they would talk to you. And so it was kind of upsetting, and then I was kind of made to feel like if you lose weight, you'll be loved. You're not lovable like you are right now. And that was really upsetting to have that. Well, then we'll fast forward. I moved to Dallas, Texas, because I found out about a job opportunity here, and I thought, let me spread my wings. And then I had another friend that was down here at the time, and so he encouraged me to move down here. Just friends. He actually ended up marrying another young lady. But anyway, so I really enjoyed it down here, and so we were invited, my friend and I, to go visit a church. And it's a conservative Christian church. The people, very sweet, very kind. They had a singles group, and I thought, you know what? I really don't have any friends down here except for this particular friend, but he lives over in the Arlington, Fort Worth area. I'm in Dallas, so I went to this church. I was overweight, weighed about in the 170s, about upper 170s, I think. And I'll be honest with you, I thought to myself, since these young single men go to church, and they are conservative Christians that read their Bible, which I did not grow up with that at all, okay? I did not grow up around a conservative Christian family group, anything. I just assumed, oh, they're going to be different. They're going to like me unconditionally for who I am, and they'll be okay with dating me. Wrong. They wanted to be my friend too, and they actually asked me questions about one of my girlfriends in the singles group who was very attractive with a nice figure. They all wanted to date her, so they would try to get through me to date her. So anyway, guess what? The church guys were no different from any of the other guys. So I have had different boyfriends and serious boyfriends throughout my adult life. I didn't get married until I was 29. I met my husband when I was 28. But I only had boyfriends when I was thinner. So kind of I kept thinking, well, I'm only loved if I stay thin, which is really a horrible way to feel, let me just tell you. Then I met my husband through a pen pal club. I was heavier, to be honest, when I married. I'm less now than when I married. I weighed 225 pounds when I married. I wore about a size 18 to 20. I met my husband, and for the first time in my life, he loved me unconditionally. I've been married almost 26 years. And the one thing I will tell you, my husband and I have our ups and downs. Obviously, we're very opposites in many ways, and sometimes opposites attract, but sometimes opposites attack too. But the one thing that I feel we have going for us is he has loved me unconditionally no matter what size I am. And I feel like he's been loyal no matter if I've been heavy, thin, if I had a health issue, if I didn't, rich or poor, all of that. And that to me is such a blessing to have somebody love you no matter what you look like and just love you as the person that you are. And that's the part that I'm wanting to be right now. I want to be a healthier version of me. I don't know what size I'm going to get to. I'm just working on it. It may come off slower, but I want to have people in my world that love me no matter what size I am, because it really feels good to be loved unconditionally. Let me know in the comments below if you've struggled with your weight. Have you had trouble with dating because the opposite sex didn't really like you the way you were, because they wanted you to be thinner and more attractive, and you felt like you just didn't fit in being a overweight person? I have struggled with that a lot. Nowadays, it's a lot more acceptable. But I want to love myself the way I am, and I want to do this for me, not for other people, which I know I've done in the past. Let me know if any of you have felt some of these same feelings. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope that this can help somebody that's listening. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.